And I'm OddSmith311.
We are here with week 2 of August, starting with your Olympic hero, the United States champion, Kurt Angle.
Oh, I think the last time we saw him out here, he was lobbying for his chance at that match, and we saw how that turned out. Well, at least he's modest.
Oh, yeah, totally. Hey, I'm down to see a submission match between these two. I will make that match happen. The ankle lock versus the walls. Yes, please.
Yeah. I think he's way underestimating Jericho in that regard.
Especially if Jericho breaks out that Lion King.
Haha.
Yes, the GM is a big fan of Fozzy. It is not nonsense. It is a contractually obligated rematch.
I love how he had to throw that in there, though.
Hey, man. I like Fozzy. Tap or something.
Big words from your Olympic hero.
They're very small words. They just mean it.
God.
Didn't you miss me?
Oh, yeah. With every bullet so far. It's true. It's damn true.
Let's see what happens. Well, I suppose I'm going to make that match official.
Yeah, unless Jericho has anything to say about it.
Well, Jericho's the one that requested the match. So
There we go.
if he wants to back out, now it is too late because at SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen, you will see Kurt Angle defend his United States Championship against Chris Jericho in a submission match. I can't wait for that one. Boy. This, yeah.
Man, I was so happy to see him win. But now it's like he might have been better off just to lose.
I mean, isn't everyone better off just losing to Braun Strowman so they don't have to deal with him anymore?
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, man, maybe this is the beginning of a big victory snap for Mr. Bulldog there.
We shall see. I mean, the music is intimidating enough. Can you actually see the guy? I mean, he's a mountain.
Yeah, anybody who can take and play a stand-up bass like like a normal guitar, is probably not a guy that I'm gonna, want to tangle with on a one-on-one basis.
I wouldn't want to tangle with him on a 6-on-1.
But I mean, Bulldog is better in the business. So hey, we'll see what happens here. But
I mean, it is the battle of the power systems.
yes. We'll see when these two stand next to each other here.
Bulldog's already pacing. Not that I blame him.
No.
Yeah, right.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, but alright. A rare display of showmanship from these two. And we're off. Davey Boy.
Yeah, Davey Boy knows that he's got to come out.
Fook. It's a big Boston.
It is a big Boston.
Man, we're pretty deep in the tournament now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. In fact, this week is the conclusion of round 2 of the tournament. Whereas last week, we saw advancing Chris Jericho, Triple H, Bray Wyatt, and Shawn Michaels. So those 4 men have their matches already set for round 3 rather, against the winners of tonight's tournament matches. So, oh, look at that.
Oh, Davey Boy looking pretty good here so far. Not 2 count.
Get a count so we know we're good.
6, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47.
I think I'm actually a little bit less than a second behind now, but it'll be good. So we'll see who. Well, let's hope my graphic guys don't screw up and they actually put up the graphic.
Yeah, but only 2 weeks out from SummerSlam now. It's getting down to the nitty gritty.
Indeed. This has been quite the tournament so far.
Massive too. Man, look at that bracket at the beginning. It's overwhelming.
I mean, it's a who's who of sports entertainment.
Oh God, we don't need a count-out victory. Please don't.
No, we do not. And apparently we're not going to get one.
Ooh. Ooh. I can't even really say if I'm actually necessarily cheering for one person or another in this match from a fan perspective.
I'm cheering for Bulldog's health.
Yeah, I think we can get behind that. I think that's a good. I mean, he hasn't really. Well, okay, never mind. Here we go.
That's step 1.
He came out swinging, but man, only takes a couple hits from Braun to really just derail your entire game plan.
Only takes a couple of hits from Braun to derail your mobility.
Oh, oh, oh!
1, 2.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you're a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite the... Maybe not quite the massacre we were fearing it would be, but...
No, it was a little more competitive than I figured it was going to be. Let's hope we can see who Braun Strowman is going to face in round 3, which will be a one-night round. Only 4 matches.
It's getting exciting.
Yes, sir, it is.
I can't help but feel, man, with Braun that tournament, though, you're almost giving up something as bad as Brock Lesnar. Something as bad, if not worse.
You know, at this point in the game, I kind of feel like Braun's worse.
Well, he's younger. He's bigger.
He's a lot quicker.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. I mean, he's not. No one's gonna ever, But what is he? He's got to be in his early mid-40s, right? Strowman.
Triple H versus Braun Strowman in round 3. Ladies and gentlemen, can we say dream match?
I think Triple H would fare a little better, but I don't know, man. Strowman's just like a wrecking ball coming through everybody right now.
That's true. And here we go with Team X3.
Das Hardys.
delete, delete, delete.
Did you listen to the Wrestle Ramble from this week about the Raw?
About, yeah, the Raw and SmackDown review?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I like their ideas for booking Roman, though. I think they might have found a way that they might actually be able to put him over out of all this mess.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's probably the only way he's going to get over.
Yeah, I was doing a little more digging in that article you sent me, and it's looking like he's headed back to UFC for sure. Which I'm kind of surprised because I didn't think they let him back after he, got caught.
Right.
But I guess he did have a year suspension before he could come back.
Yeah, that he still has to serve 7 months of. But anyway.
Oh, really? Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah. All that sweet, sweet NWO music.
For life.
Now, if you think about this match is the Attitude Era defined by tag team wrestling.
Yes.
Because the Outsiders were always the biggest tag team in WCW during that era, and the Hardys were one of the 3 biggest tag teams in the WWF. Yeah, I said it.
Even after all these years, after saying WWE and getting used to it, it still sounds better to say WWF to me.
It does.
It always has.
That's what we grew up on.
F just has a sharper consonant sound. It's just F.
Well, yeah, because when you say WWE, it just like flows out of your mouth. It doesn't sound any different. When you say WWF, it makes it sound different.
And if you're listening worldwide wildlife fun, F you guys.
Yeah, you guys get the F out.
I'm sure that they, in reading and listening about that, I'm sure that, they used it as a good opportunity to kind of revamp some stuff. But it had to be, God, so expensive. Such a pain in the ass, man.
Absolutely. New logos. I mean, think about if you just look at like the turnbuckle pads.
Yeah.
How many new ones of those did they have to make? Ring aprons. How many new ones of those did they have to make?
Signs.
It's insane.
Not to mention like all the merchandise. You had to go back on the network and they've had to go through and edit shit out or change, so they don't have it on. I mean, that's.
Well, and the thing is, they don't have to do that anymore because they did that for quite a long time though. Because the statute of limitations is, the best way I can describe that. I don't know if that's what it is, but it expired a while ago. So as long as it's old footage, the F is allowed.
Ah, okay.
Because there's plenty of stuff on the network that's got the F all over it.
They didn't get the F out.
No, they did not.
Get the F out.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a cool little marketing campaign, I guess. Get the F out. Whatever. But we are completely ignoring this.
I'm watching it. I did. No, so far we got a pretty straightforward competition between these two, and I think with the experience level of these two tag teams, they, it's always beautiful to watch teams like this who work so well together and know how to pace.
Yeah. Now, my question for you concerning the Hardys. Throughout their entire career, did you think Matt got a Raw deal because Jeff was so much more popular?
Man, I don't know because I guess outwardly maybe knowing some like behind the scenes stuff, I know that Matt was always looked at as the most likely one to be the star because of his attitude toward the business. I guess Jeff, he loved the business and he loves the business and he's into it, but not the same way Matt does. Jeff also is he's kind of lighthearted, does his own thing. Where I guess Matt's a real hardcore, was always the one that was always coming up with the ideas, always the one that was pushing the angles. Ooh, nice try.
Nash was having none of that.
It's like alley oop.
Right? Oh, Matt with a receipt though.
I don't think Nash was paying attention.
No, see now, I do feel like Matt kind of got a raw deal. Because I was always a fan of Matt. I thought the V1 thing was great. I thought his little tag team run with MVP, with the chemistry they had, with like being tag team champions but bitter rivals, I thought that was great. And now Matt is way more over than Jeff with the broken/woken gimmick. So I think it's finally come full circle, and I'm super thrilled about it.
And that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, if you look at it now, I mean, there's no comparison. I don't think.
No, not at all.
And I think maybe that's just the long view. Because at the time, the Attitude Era, you had Jeff who's doing all. He fit the culture even. Twist of fate.
This one's actually right. This one's not backwards.
I don't think this is the first right one we've seen so far.
I think you're right.
Oh, Hall in there with the quickness. But Jeff right back to...
What? Wow. Man.
I was laughing he went for it again.
Did have the quickness. My God.
Jeff going back... Oh, it's the middle rope.
Now on the same token, Kevin Nash or Scott Hall?
Who do I think's more popular?
Who did you like watching more growing up?
Scott Hall.
Really?
Oh yeah. I Scott Hall's. I mean, he can actually wrestle. I mean, he.
You know what? I'm not gonna argue that.
And I'm not. I like Kevin. I liked Kevin Nash. I liked both of them. I mean, when I looked at Scott Hall, I looked at him more like a Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart type character, whereas to me, Kevin Nash was good in his own right. I really liked the dynamic with him and Shawn, with the bodyguard thing, and then when he went on his own, I liked him. But if I had to pick one, I would end up...
1, 2.
Oh!
I mean, Jeff hit the Swanton. We didn't call it, but he did hit Swanton.
I was just surprised Scott didn't come running in there again.
Yeah, me too. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hardy Boys pick up the victory over the Outsiders.
Well, no, I remember I watched Razor Ramon's first match on TV. I still remember when he made his debut. Like, and I always liked that character a lot.
Oh, dude, those vignettes were absolutely beautiful.
The mean streets of Miami. I think they did those in
they were filmed in Perkin, Connecticut.
I was gonna say they did up somewhere around there. I keep wanting to say Scranton for some reason. I know that's not right. Stanford.
Yeah.
Scranford. That's not even the right area.
Home base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved those vignettes. Those things were fantastic. And as a kid, of course, you believed them.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, Hall did everything he could to make you hate Razor Ramon.
Well, I thought it was funny years later when when they had that whole thing with the WWE was suing WCW because Scott Hall, because they came out and they didn't really, and WCW TV they didn't really say who they were, and they were still using a lot of the same, mannerisms and whatnot. But to me, there wasn't a whole lot of difference between Scott Hall and Razor Ramon. Even in, like, in interviews and shit. Like, I mean, he had put more of an accent to it, but
Right.
or his attitude and stuff. I don't know. If that dude could have kept clean, man, I don't know. He was great.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's someone like Jake Roberts that, if as long as they got their shit together and everything's going well, I think they should be tapping their. Don't go out and hire these young kids who don't know what they're doing. Get these guys like Jake Roberts and Scott Hall back in the mix, man. Let them do your creative.
I 100% agree.
Those two right there, two of the best untapped minds right now in the business.
Along with Finn Balor's opponent in this match. Now, let me remind everyone, we saw this match already once in the final week of May. Finn Balor against Sting for the #1 contendership to Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship at Extreme Rules that Sting won. Sting then went on to lose a cage match to Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. So, I feel like Sting has got some unfinished business with that Universal title, and Finn Balor is about to find that out.
Yeah, and I'm sure Finn Balor's looking to get his comeuppance against Sting as well. But yeah, he's already been down this road once, and the man. I mean, who's he going to have to face for that belt? I mean, it won't be Brock Lesnar, but if you look at some of the people who've advanced so far in the tournament,
oh, absolutely.
Especially considering the man we just saw at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter how much unfinished business Sting has. He ends up going against him, and he might have to wait to finish that business.
I agree.
But we've also seen Sting with a victory over Brock Lesnar as well, a clean victory at that. So, if anyone can do it,
that's true.
It's the man they call Sting.
Damn you.
Hey, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
You should have been ready for that.
I know.
Prepare yourself.
I didn't even think about it.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, God, that music.
His thing that he did, that thing during the WCW Nitro, when he was hiding up in the rafters that whole year and all that stuff, was some of the best wrestling TV I'd ever seen in my life.
18 months without a match. A full year and a half without a match. And he is coming out hot with that running DDT.
Ooh, man.
Wow. I told you, he ain't screwing around in this tournament.
He's been very dominant so far.
A two? No. Boom! Tombstone. Wow, I can't. Wow.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
Balor shakily gets to his feet.
Oh my God.
The death drop.
No. 1, 2, holy God.
Man. I guess you weren't kidding.
No. I mean, I knew he... Wow.
A much more aggressive Sting than I think we've seen in years past, too.
You know what? That one deserves one. Who is the winner?
Sting!
There.
Okay, I'm done. Can I finish? Can I finish? Okay, I'm finished.
Oh,
Sting
versus Chris Jericho next week.
Jericho's a busy boy.
Yeah, he is. But I'll tell you what, if Sting comes out with the fury that he came out against Finn Balor, Jericho, even holding, or, you know, even with that United States Championship shot, oh my God. Jericho is trying to balance a lot.
Yeah. I mean, when you have to prepare for Sting and Kurt Angle.
You mentioned Fozzy podcast.
Hell, they're even doing what was it, some kind of cruise now or something.
Yep. Yeah, I would love to go on that because that's going to be amazing.
Amazing.
There's a Ring of Honor tournament on that cruise. It's called Sea of Honor.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew they were having some matches. I didn't know they were actually having something like that.
Yeah, it's a straight up tournament. It's going to take place on a friggin' ship. On a cruise ship. How awesome is that?
I wonder how much it costs to go on that cruise.
Not to mention, there's a ton of bands that are going to be there. So you're going to get a hell of a wrestling show and a concert. Probably multiple concerts along with comedy acts. And it's all going to be in the sun on a cruise ship.
And I know, isn't Jim Ross going?
Yeah.
To at least the first one. The first iteration of it.
All sorts of names going. But
Ooh.
Let's get back to this. Mrs. Edge.
The Glamazon.
Tell you what, she came out. When she came out of Battleground, I mean, Lita kind of put her in her place. Well, last week, she came out and did not screw around.
No. You know, once she got that fire lit underneath her, man, she'll run through anybody in her path. Charlotte needs to be careful how she treads here. Normally, Charlotte's the bigger one, but...
Well, yeah, because Charlotte's every bit of 6 foot.
Beth Phoenix, however, maybe not quite as tall, but every bit as big.
She is, to use, I mean, I can't really think of a better word than beastly.
Yeah.
And she's not an unattractive woman either.
Oh, hell no, man. She's part of, they had a...
Oh.
We can see early... And she goes for the cover. 1,
2...
Wow, man.
I don't know what it is tonight. There's something in the water, folks.
Beth Phoenix put a quick into her.
Wow.
Did Charlotte get any offense in?
I think so. I might have to throw in some extra matches tonight, guys. My God. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
Oh, now she's got a Lita in her sights. And I hate to be Lita next time she gets a hold of her.
Well, Lita beat Ruby Riott last week after that absolutely stellar match between Charlotte and Ruby Riott at Battleground.
Mm-hmm.
Where Charlotte won with that absolutely oh, excuse me.
Better get down there.
So the powers that be have decided there will be a draft held after SummerSlam that will send some SmackDown stars to Raw and some Raw stars to SmackDown.
Oh, wait a minute. This is news to me.
I was also informed that there will be a match at SummerSlam to determine which general manager will receive the first pick in said draft.
Oh, so he's been out there. He's been behind my back doing a little. All right.
Both I and my fellow GM will choose a superstar to represent us in this match. The show of the winner will select first in the draft, which will take place the night after SummerSlam.
That's a little soon. Kind of like they had some time to prepare.
Well, I've made my choice already. He is a man that I have complete faith in to bring the first pick to Raw, and that man will be revealed next week. Until then, enjoy the rest of tonight's show, and rest assured, Raw will be victorious at SummerSlam.
He should ask about who I'm going to pick for my draft match before he's making all these declarations of victory. I think he just put himself in a bad spot, but we'll discuss that when he gets back here. Yeah, no one told me about no draft after SummerSlam, so I'm just as in the dark about it. This is you guys. I would think that I'd be one of the first to know, but hey. So, yeah, when was all this decided?
Well, you know, maybe the brass trusts me a little bit more than they trust you. I was asked to make that announcement, so I do believe you have a choice to make, kind sir.
Oh, I've already made my choice. Oh yeah. But you might want to have a conversation with me about that before you went on TV and started announcing yourself victorious.
Well, I was told not to say anything until I said it to the world, so sorry about your damn luck. Ladies and gentlemen, the next match in the draft, or not the draft, I'm sorry, that's not until after SummerSlam. The next match in the Universal Championship Tournament with the Animal. How do you feel about Batista?
I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. I mean, to me, he's like the prototypical pro wrestler. I mean, he's a big, scary dude. He's believable in the ring most of the time. I only say that because I've seen a clip of him before where he took a ghost bump, like live on Raw. It was pretty funny. I can't remember what happened, but he like threw himself backwards, like he was expecting someone to.
Maybe I should give him an alternate attire so we can make Blue Tista.
Blue Tista.
Do you remember that?
No.
Oh my God. It was when he came back.
Oh boy.
Oh, son.
The Ultimate Warrior.
I thank you to keep things civil between us until, because I mean, let's face it, we're both businessmen. We can keep things civil and still have friendly competition.
Yeah.
So,
well, like I said, I'm not too worried anyway. I'm more the draft would have been nice, to know about. But since I'm gonna have first choice anyway, I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have a man waiting in the wings that no one's seen yet. Not in our federation.
That's so.
A legend. I've been saving him for just a moment like this. But with that being said, I also understand the higher up offices like to spring things, such as the Stephanie McMahon stipulation on me. How Stephanie McMahon can come into my show and be allowed to be a contender for the title when she hasn't been wrestling for months is beyond me. But
Yeah, they don't seem they seem like they're not too happy with you.
I'm starting to wonder, man. It's a conspiracy.
It is.
Not unless Shane
However,
shows up on your show.
it's pretty much a fact that Batista came out on fire against the Ultimate Warrior in this match.
Well, my initial thing is to say, yeah, I think Batista can do it, but I tell you, every time I'm gauging the Ultimate Warrior at this point, I replay the Lars Sullivan beating in my head,
Oh my god!
and
What
he
a
just,
match that was.
and for him, he won, and it's like, well, man, if he can take that, I mean, Batista's, I mean, not a little guy either, and he has a lot more experience than Lars Sullivan.
Oh, camel clutch! Not to mention the absolute squash that the Warrior put on Elias.
Oh, that would, poor guy. It was very
Of course,
bulldog-esque.
I think Goldberg did the same thing. Whew. Speaking of Goldberg, that was a nice spear off the apron from Batista.
Ooh, punch to the gut.
It is, however, nice to know that you're keeping this man for the draft choice match, not for the other match that you don't know about. Okay, let's not.
I mean, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. Do I even get to take place in the draft, or is they going to choose someone else for me to do it?
Who knows?
Ooh, power slam.
Nice power slam.
Man, it's more wrestling on the Warrior than I think I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
Batista, down for
Kind
the...
of crumbled there. Oh, ground and
Oh.
pound.
Oh.
And the Warrior is taking no prisoners.
Hey, maybe he learned his lesson. But he's moved so
Well,
far...
yeah. I mean, chinlock. Sort of.
Well, we know that's one belt that the Warrior has never held.
That's true.
Of course, I don't think Batista's ever held it, has he?
Not the Universal title, no.
So I think he was gone by the time that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I keep waiting for him to come back because he's already said in interviews, I want to come back full time. Like,
I hope it happens. And I hope he doesn't get crapped on like he did last time. Spine buster!
yeah, that wasn't cool, man. I don't think it's. I mean, if it's.
1, 2.
I mean, it's been said already, but I don't think it's a cool way to do it to Roman over the same thing. But there you go.
No, the fact that Roman gets crapped on the way he does is just unacceptable. A snapmare out of Batista.
A casual kick to the side of the head, showing nothing but contempt for his opponent.
Or in other words, boot to the cool.
Boot to the cool.
Oh, there's that submission that he won his first tournament match with.
Now, that's not a Ring of Saturn, right?
No, that's not a Rings of Saturn. I'm not quite sure what to call that.
It's like a Rings of Saturn fate, like, crossface kind of move. Like,
I'll tell you what, the crossface was always one of my favorites.
doing it when Chris Benoit used to put that move in, it would be like, it was so believable. Like,
yeah,
it looks so painful.
Not like Cena's STF that he does not crank on whatsoever.
Well, it always looks like the person could just walk up out of it, like just stand up out of it. Like, what are you doing, man? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty friggin' ridiculous. However, that backdrop outside was anything but.
well, I find it weird how with some of those submission holds that how easy it is to overlook how if you don't put them on the correct way, how sloppy they can look. Like the sharpshooter is a good example of that.
Oh, absolutely.
The Rock, Natalia. I mean, there's been a couple people that I've seen do it that do it sloppy as a mother. Not all the time necessarily, but not like Brett.
I can't stand seeing Natalia put it on. I hate it. You know who puts it on really well is Cesaro.
Yes, he does. That's why I didn't say Cesaro, because I'm like, hey, he actually knows how to put it on. I've seen The Rock do it okay a few times. I've seen him do it really, really bad a few times, too.
Yeah.
1, 2. Well, don't know what it's going to take to put the Warrior away here. Mayhap a few Batista bombs. Oh, and the choke. Or, I'm sorry, the nerve hold.
Gotta love that nerve hold. Ow. Now Batista's the one raining down rights.
Yeah, once again, Undertaker, I swear. Ultimate Warrior. I don't know why, I don't even know where that came. I wasn't even thinking about him. Ultimate Warrior has kind of been reduced to a punching bag here.
Two.
Oh, man, I thought that was it.
Mine wasn't as good as yours. You win.
Yes. Somebody mark that down.
Oh. Batista bomb.
This has to be it. Come on, Batista. 1.
1, 2. Oh.
And now Batista's starting to get that same little bit of frustration we were starting to see on Sullivan's face, where it's like, what do I have to do to this guy to put him down?
Spearlight block.
Oh, we haven't seen one of those in a while.
No, we have not.
Glorious. Ooh.
Ooh. Oklahoma Slam. I love that move. I've loved that move since No Mercy.
Oklahoma.
1, 2.
And again, Warrior kicks out.
Man, my phone just all of a sudden started going crazy.
Maybe it's possessed.
Okay, I'm gonna break kayfabe here for a second.
Maybe the office is texting you and tell you more stuff.
I'm gonna break kayfabe here. I just got a notification from Bleacher Report.
Oh.
Kenny Omega on WWE Move. Oh, hang on. 1, 2.
Oh, again.
Quote. Right now the answer is no. I'm having too much fun doing what I am doing. I don't want to be a robot.
I can't blame you, man.
Direct quote from Kenny Omega. Back to the match.
But on my brother's theory, he was thinking that he thought it would be within the realm of possibility that they would try to have that Kenny Omega Chris Jericho rematch at WrestleMania. To which I
thought it was within the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, why not? they can bring Lesnar in for like 5 days a year. Why can't they bring Omega in for 1 day?
Right. Yeah, why not just a one-shot deal? 1, 2, Good night.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, man. Warrior. Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior.
That guy, after withstanding that incredible beatdown from Lars Sullivan in his first match in the tournament, this is good to see. This I actually do think is legit. Whereas some guys, I don't at all.
No. I know we discussed, Batista in real life is, he's a respectful guy. I don't know so much about the Warrior, but that sets... So we have Sting, Jericho, Michaels, Warrior, Triple H, Strowman. Whew.
Shawn Michaels versus the Ultimate Warrior.
I don't know, man. If Batista and Sullivan couldn't beat...
Oh, Batista and Sullivan would have been amazing.
Well, I mean, they're, if they can't beat him down, I don't know if Michaels stands a chance.
Little bitty Shawn Michaels?
Yeah. But it's deceiving. Some of my favorite entrance music.
Now, let me explain to you why I put this match together. You might be a little pissed off about it.
Of course.
But since I knew about the draft, I put this match together to see if these men could prove to me that they deserve to have me fighting for them to keep them on my show.
Well, I guess if we got a draft coming up in a couple weeks, here's my question: Does the roster know about it?
Well, if they heard my,
or I should say, did they know about it? Or was that the first?
Did my roster know
Yeah.
about it?
Yes.
Did you know about it?
No.
I was told to keep everything quiet until I announced it to the world. Now that it's announced to the world and everybody knows, everybody needs to show me, and you for that matter, that they will fight for their spot.
On this day, I see clearly. Well, yeah, I think we're definitely going to see a fireland under the respective arses of both rosters over the next few weeks. And you got heading into SummerSlam too. There's a lot going on. It's a lot for them to think about.
Indeed.
I've been listening to
SummerSlam coming up, with the draft now coming up. We're going to have a ton of title matches at SummerSlam. We don't know who's going to be involved, who the challengers will be for a lot of those title matches, quite frankly.
No.
I mean, let's face it. I don't know who my Universal Championship match is going to be yet. The only match that I know for sure that's going to be on SummerSlam to represent the Raw brand is now a submission match between Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho for the United States Championship. I do know that I will have a Universal Championship match.
Yeah, and it's starting to narrow down as to who's going to be in that one too.
I know Lita will defend her Women's Championship. I don't know who they'll be against. I know the Tag Team Championships will be defended. I don't know who it'll be against.
Now, this should be a good matchup. It's an interesting combination of people.
Oh yeah, wait till you see their opponents. Because this isn't a triple threat, this is a six-man.
Oh.
Like I said, wait until you see their opponents, because they are what? They are what? They are what?
Glorious!
They are glorious.
I'm victorious! I found that... I downloaded a god character, and this is his entrance. It's so great. Huh.
I just love watching this entrance.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
No. It's glorious. God.
Sitting here playing with my tablet. Did I tell you I got it in the mail? Or not in the mail, I had it shipped to the store.
What's that?
My tablet, my new tablet.
Oh no. Sweet.
It's a 11.5-inch 2-in-1. It's a tablet with an actual USB port. And
No
full
shit.
keyboard. It's. I know I'm breaking kayfabe, but I mean these are entrances, so.
Yeah.
It's basically an Android laptop.
Interesting.
Take a picture of it.
They're all starting to become like one machine now.
Pretty much. Alright, pictures come. Another one of my favorite entrance musics. The entrance music of this entire match is just fantastic.
Yeah. Mr. Christian, the Birdman.
Captain Crybaby. As he was so eloquently called by Chris Jericho. Back when Christian was kissing the Blarney Stone. Yeah, I sent you that picture and it just hit the text.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, let's see if it'll download on the first try. Ah, cool, open on the first try. Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And it detaches from the keyboard.
I love those, man. They're so useful. Having a keyboard for your, because I had a little USB keyboard for mine. Not USB, I'm sorry, Bluetooth.
Mm. Another great entrance music. So inspirational. That's another one that I could wake up to and just feel like I could take on the day.
He's such a happy-go-lucky person, but I still see him as Adam Bomb Jr. now.
It's kind of hard not to, since you mentioned it.
He's funny. How long has he been in the WWE now?
Well, that first takeover, or not takeover, but NXT Arrival that I told you about was the one where he faced Neville, and he's been around since then.
I want to go back and watch it. I watched the first one, but I haven't got on the next one yet. Because I got my PS4, I haven't really done much else of anything. Drew McIntyre, ooh, got some air on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Now, is this, did you say this was an elimination match, or this is just...
No.
Okay.
No, this is just a normal 6-man tag match. But depending on who wins...
Gargano lock. Whatever he calls it.
Oh. That looks like the, Gargano escape.
Escape, that's what it is.
Well, damn. Daniel Bryan. There's a matchup that the internet loves.
Bobby Roode and Daniel Bryan.
I would love to see that match.
I'm not convinced that he won't be back to wrestle. But on the other hand, see, the one thing that gets me low when I think about it is that I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything you can do if you have certain like damage, like concussions and that. Is there anything you can do to heal that to a point where you could you know what I mean? Like, I guess that's where if that's the one thing I do get stuck on. It's like, well, if he was to get back in the ring, what changed? Like,
right.
I mean, maybe he's wore him down to a point where he's got him to agree that he'll, you know, sign something that absolves him of the responsibility of, you know, permanent damage.
Yeah, but even if they're absolved, they would still be seen as being responsible by the general public.
True.
They just wouldn't be legally responsible.
Yeah. It's just interesting because it makes me wonder, like, why they would tease anything with Shane and Daniel Bryan. There could be no payoff. They did the same thing with Taz and somebody a while back in the day. Who was that? Where they had like Taz and this wrestler were like, but this is after Taz had already stopped wrestling when he was announcing. And he couldn't wrestle anymore, and they kind of hit a brick wall where it was like, well, there's no payoff.
I don't know.
Ooh, now that was a boot to the cool and a cover. One.
What? Two.
He got him. Oh.
I am not mad that team won.
Nice teamwork there at the end. I thought that was going to be broke up for sure. He was able to get over there in time to cover Bryan's pin.
Kind of mad that he had to pin Bobby Roode, but
I would have liked to see a little more action, but hey, you're winners, ladies and gentlemen.
Daniel Bryan, Drew McIntyre, and Edge.
The Rated R Superstar. You think you know him?
Mr. Beth Phoenix. Why do I see you taking advantage of that in the draft?
What? Hey, I wouldn't mind having an edge on my show. I don't think anybody would mind having an edge on their show.
Domino!
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, this match.
The
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna say that people have been clamoring to see this match for a decade, if not more, and it is being brought to you for free on TGW RAW. We will be seeing John Cena take on Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Man. The only other comparable match I could think to this, and we could have seen it had they had booked it, but it didn't work out, would have been Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan.
If things had worked out, yeah, they could have booked it.
Because you're basically talking about the top star of each of a generation. And I mean,
well, I mean, that's basically what Rock Cena has been. It was what Rock Hogan was.
yeah. And I tell you what, that Rock Hogan match at WrestleMania, man.
Great. I mean, unbelievable match.
Some of the stuff that Hulk Hogan did in that match, I was like, man, this guy's been practicing. What the?
Yeah. But that rock bottom that he hit was ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just cool to see him do something different. Choke slam, rock bottom. Goddamn, son.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna get in the ring and give you a Stone Cold whooping. Ozzy 316 says he's gonna whoop that ass. Man, what would it have been like with him if he wouldn't have had the freaking 10 years or so cut out of his career that he did?
Right? That's such a shame.
And it's always such an anomaly because of who did it and how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most beloved, considered safest workers in the locker room. Oh, Cena starting things off with the DDT. And if I'm correct, this being the final match of round 2 of the Universal Tournament. Universal Title Tournament.
It had to be the main event.
Oh, of course. This is an excellent Raw main event in and of itself. Forget the fact that it's for a championship spot. Cena Austin. This is a legendary.
Just like last week's main event of Nakamura and Shawn Michaels.
Also a great match. And
man,
oh,
it's like the third gut wrench from Cena in a row.
Cena knows.
Thank you for doing something different.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
It wasn't the exact same move, I guess. I mean, not the same version of it. I mean,
you talk about the 5 moves of Doom.
Jeez.
It's like one move of Doom. I still like my thing of Bret Hart's 5 moves of Doom.
That was
the pile driver, the elbow, the backbreaker, the Russian leg sweep, and the sharpshooter.
Yeah. Those are moves you saw in every Bret Hart match.
Every single one. Nice German. Suplex Village.
Suplex Village.
That wasn't quite the snap suplex of suplex duplex.
No. But then again, what
And
is?
Chinlock.
I haven't seen too many of those.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. The Chinlock has not really reared its ugly head in tonight's show. I am not mad about that.
I keep waiting for the other half of that chant.
I know. I'm like doing it in my head.
Cena sucks.
You want Cena on your show. Don't act like you don't.
I think I'd rather have Edge, but that's a different story.
Oh.
Nice move.
That's called something. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of that.
I had the same problem when I came back and started watching again after a while. I had the same problem with Cena that I did with Orton when I had come back and watched it previous and it took a break. Is that there was a point where it's like Orton was constantly the champion and Orton could not lose. And it seemed the same thing with Cena. And it wasn't until they started doing the thing with Cena where they had him like in the United States challenge, like when he had that belt, and he started like. It was like a completely different wrestler to me. Like he looked like a good wrestler. I never thought he looked very good. I was always like, this just sucks. Like then I started seeing some of those matches. I'm like, oh wow, he can actually go.
I'm sure that's why you've had Seth Rollins. Oh, 1, 2. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure that's why you've allowed Seth Rollins to continue his Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge every week.
Yeah, I mean, I love the chance. I love the fact that he's giving other people a fair chance. No one can complain and say that they're being denied their shot.
That's true. Which, like I told you before, I mean, if I didn't have to do commentary for your show, that's the only reason I would tune in.
Oh God! If you didn't have to do commentary for my show, you'd probably be on there trying to win the belt yourself.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Maybe I'll do that one time. You never know.
Oh, and these guys run back to the ring and slingshot to the corner.
Irish whipping. Oh, right to the post. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh, I love that Luthez press.
The 316 Luthez press, according to the game menu.
Uh-oh. Oh.
For the 15th time this match.
Guess what? It's a gut-wrench suplex. That was almost a powerplex, but not quite.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was going in that direction. Austin, sick of being
up there.
suplexed.
Put him up there. Oh, nope, we get it. Snake eyes.
Stunner!
Stunner!
1, 2.
Oh. Cena's busted open. I didn't even realize that.
I think it was the move before the stunner. I don't think it was the stunner. Was it?
No, it couldn't have been.
Probably when he threw him in the post. Or did Cena throw it? Oh, DDT.
No, it was Austin that put Cena into the post. I thought we were going to get a fall-away slam. I was about to be like, look at Cena channeling JBL and Scott Hall.
Yeah, I know that was always one of Scott Hall's 5 moves of doom.
Oh, yeah. That, a choke slam. Obviously, the Razor's Edge. I don't really remember any other one. I'd have to go back and watch some old, like, Razor Ramon matches.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're hard to find.
Oh.
That's been one of Austin's That bird elbow.
Little comedy relief right before they drop the elbow to your face. Austin returned the favor. And a cover. One, two. Oh, man.
I swear that was 3.
Austin arguing with the referee. I don't blame him.
I swear I heard that ref count 3. Stunner.
In the middle of the ring. We got a pin. 1, 2, 3.
Done.
Well, I guess Austin figured if that didn't do it, that'll do it. I could have swore I heard that hand hit, man.
I'm telling you, I heard that hand hit. Doesn't matter. Austin still won. No controversy.
Square in the middle. 1, 2, 3. John Cena could definitely see him.
1, 2. Well, that was the first start.
Yeah. And that was the 7th Gutman suplex in the match.
Here, is this it? 1, 2. Nope.
Man, I guess we're not going to replay it. Well, I guess it worked out alright. Had Austin not won that match, I'm sure you wouldn't have heard the end of that.
Austin with a little bit of Cena's blood on his hands.
And that concludes round 2 of the Universal Title Championship Tournament.
Yes, it does. And if memory serves, I believe Steve Austin will be facing Bray Wyatt in round 2, or round 3. We'll see here in a second. Yes. So next week, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see Sting and Jericho, Shawn Michaels and the Ultimate Warrior, Bray Wyatt and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Triple H against Braun Strowman. I can't wait for that one.
Man, it's been a hell of a tournament.
Yes, sir, it has been.
I can't call this one. I thought after his showing so far, I don't know, man. Warriors, he hasn't really been an offensive powerhouse. It's just no one can beat him.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been week 2 of August for TGW RAW. Please make sure to tune in this Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern for this other guy's show.
SmackDown. TGW SmackDown. That is.
Until then, I am Evil Penguin Gaming for OddSmith311 signing off. Please remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TGWrestling. You can follow us on Twitter at ThoseGuys734. You can follow me on Twitter at EvilPenguin1981. You can follow this guy on Twitter at
OddSmith311.
And you can search for our videos on YouTube by searching Those Guys Wrestling. Or you can search for BananaRoMa TV on YouTube by searching #ControlFreaks.
We're usually the first entry at the top of the page. Go to our channel and go to the right-hand side to featured channels. You'll find Those Guys Wrestling. Subscribe to us and BTV to catch back episodes of TGW Raw and SmackDown, as well as pay-per-view events and other programming. You can also find those on Facebook under the video section too, so no excuse not to watch.
That is right. So, signing off, I am Evil Penguin 1981.
Are you sure?
No. For OddSmith311, I am Evil Penguin Gaming, and we have been, as always, count it down 1, 2, 3.
Those Guys.